I hate football. I really, really, really hate football. What is this? Like, you put yourself in a position where you're fighting for everything. You're fighting for the FA Cup. You're in the Champions League final. You're fighting for top four. In the space of 3 days, you could possibly have messed all of that up because you didn't take Arsenal seriously. And this is not a dig at anyone in particular as a club. Someone tweeted it. Some journalist tweeted it. You don't mess with momentum. And that's what we did against Arsenal. We messed with momentum. But just look at that game. Leicester had one shot on target. That was the best shot you'll see all fucking season. And then we put a goalkeeper in goal that's half a foot shorter than the other goalkeeper who would have saved it. Nothing Kepa did wrong, but Mendy still saves it because he's taller. And no matter how good the shot is, just because he's taller, Mendy saves it. And why is Alonso starting? Ben Chilwell literally says in an interview, this is the one game he wants to win more than any other game. And you don't start him, but start a bunch of people that didn't look bloody bothered. Where is the logic in that then? And then you start Reece James right centre-back, which works brilliantly. So why the hell did Aspie have to play right wing-back then? And why did he have to play there for so long? Like, fair enough, start it. But surely your logic should be take the lead, then put Aspie there. What is this? What are these players doing? Like, how can we not look bothered for half an hour against Man City, for the entire game against Arsenal other than the last 2 minutes, and the entire game today other than the last 10 minutes? What are we doing? I cannot be bothered. Football is such a shit show. I cannot be bothered. I do apologize. I went on a rant. I went on a monologue. I do apologize. Pice is, of course, here. He's going to help me dissect this a little bit because, I need somebody to talk to. I need a therapist. Pice, today you're my therapist but you probably need a therapist too. So let's be therapists of each other, I suppose. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're new here, please be sure to subscribe. We're literally 80 subscribers away from 10,000 subscribers. That could be the only thing could cheer me up today. Help me reach 10K subs, all right? Please, just click that subscribe button and cheer a brother up, okay? Please do that. But of course, welcome. Leicester City 1, Chelsea 0, or the other way around. FA Cup Final. We bottled it. I am, like I said, joined by Mr. CFCPys. Pies, how you doing? And are we gonna be able to I don't know, therapy session our way out of this, or what's happening?
I don't think so, man. I'm beyond the words, to be honest, how pissed off I am with the team today and the manager as well. I really like Thomas Tuchel, but today, man, just some really questionable things. And as I said to you yesterday, I don't know who is responsible for starting Kepa in a cup final, let alone the Arsenal game. If it's Tuchel, I massively disagree with him. I said this yesterday. If it's Marina, I'm like, honestly, I literally, I want to swear so much. I'm going to try and refrain from doing my best because I'm steaming. These players are an absolute joke. All of them are a joke. I don't know what to say. Like, I tweeted this. This is the first time they've seen fans in how many months? And this is what they give. Where was the fight? Where was the passion? People mock passion quite a lot. But where was anyone's passion today? Who was getting to second balls? What was the press? Like, where was our press and counter press? We didn't turn up at all. Like, this was just an absolute shambles. And all I'm going to do with this stream is rant. Because it deserves, like, I'd be doing myself an injustice if I tried to stay calm, because I can't keep calm. The players are an absolute joke, all of them. The only one that can probably keep, maybe Mount and Reece James, maybe. But still, it took us until 80 minutes to turn up. And as always, Laurenz, we had to concede first. Did you see our play after we conceded? How quickly were we passing the ball back, trying to score? Where was that for the other 70 minutes? Where was it? We weren't trying to win that game. It was like we were trying to go to extra time and practice penalties for bloody, Munich repeat in Porto again. It was a joke. All of them, absolute joke. And yes, you can cry about VAR. I'm upset about the VAR thing. And it's horrible when you equalise to get done like that. But the point is, that wouldn't have had to happen if we just did our job in the first place. And there's so many things we need to talk about, so I'm going to stop talking. But yeah, I just have no words. That's now 3 out of 3 final losses. And this is why I was never confident in the first place to play Man City in the final, because I said to you, Laurenz, we've got a young squad. People say, oh, City will bottle it. Yeah, the first Champions League final. This ain't the old guard. We've got 2 experienced players in Rudiger and in Silva and Azpilicueta. Maybe Rudiger, but still, he looked shaky today, in my opinion, on the ball. He didn't look himself. He was taking shots from 40 yards, Oh, man, let's just go on with it. Like, I have so much more to say, but just an absolute joke. The players should be absolutely ashamed of themselves.
They should be. They should be. And I won't lie to you guys, like, Pys has got a lot of things right in the build-up or over the weeks, and when he was kind of, I mean, I wouldn't say I got ahead of myself. I was just trying to speak things into existence to some extent. Today that didn't work. I will also say in the first half, my girlfriend was texting me, and Pys texted me this as well. We're not on it. They want it more. And I was like, nah, this is just the cup final, everything. It's just tight, it's hard for, we'll be all right. We'll be all right. I was just kidding myself. Let's be honest. I was kidding myself. And I mean, I appreciate the donation a lot, Nightstar. Of course, anybody, because there's a lot of people in the chat already. I appreciate it a lot if you're tuning in. If you want to make sure that I pick out your message, do use the super chat function. Otherwise, it will be difficult to see everybody. Please try not to swear, especially for the super chats, because I don't really want to highlight them. Then I do apologize. But VAR is a disgrace, not a handball. Check even. Well, I will say this: we don't know whether that was a VAR check. We don't know this. I'm pretty sure there was. As far as I'm aware, by the handball rule as it stands at the moment, it was fair enough not to be given as a handball because it went from his knee to his arm. So, it's tough, but hey, what can you do? That's the frustrating thing is Reece James was the best player on the day. And then people will say, it's not a mess up. Yes, it is a mess up. Don't play that ball. Like, we were so safe all night long, and all of a sudden you decide to play that ball. Why? There's no need. There's no need. Don't even give them the chance to intercept it in that position. Absolutely not. And then the VAR for Chilwell's one, I have to send apology letters to my entire neighborhood. I was screaming my lungs out. Then I saw the first replay. I was like, that's off. Like, you could see on the first replay he was off. You can argue VAR and how unfair it is. And no matter how close it was, my eye told me that was off. So chances are Elino would have given it anyway. Obviously he didn't, but he didn't because VAR is there, right? So chances are he gives that anyway. Because to me, it just looked very offside. And then Schmeichel with these 2 wonder saves. And they have 1 shot on target, and we couldn't hack it. Like, we just could not hack it. And well, obviously today, because I'm not doing a live review on Chelsea Fan TV, I'll be hosting the phone-in show there later. That's why this is not just the player ratings. We'll also try to dissect it kind of in a review style. We got things so badly wrong today. Like, starting from the lineup, and I suppose, Fantasy PGA Tours Super Chat, appreciate it again, as always. Super Chat kind of goes into that direction, not saying Mendy definitely saves that, but he quite probably does. But Kepa never saves that in a million years. That's why you play your best 11 always. I don't think it's necessarily your best 11, but it's almost like you play your taller goalkeeper. Because unless you're Iker Casillas, if you're not tall enough, you're giving yourselves problems that you wouldn't have to have by playing a short goalkeeper. Like, how many screamers do we have to concede because Kepa is not tall enough until we stop with this short goalkeeper crap? Like, we need to, it's unacceptable to have a short goalkeeper. It's modern day football. Maybe, who knows how good Casillas will be today? I don't know. All I can tell you is that it doesn't work for us. Henderson, Salah, Trent, Aguero, today, and so many others. The amount of chances, the amount of goals Kepa has conceded that he's not at fault for, because you can't blame him for being too short. But if we just had a taller goalkeeper, that's also good. They all save them. But that's not, I know it's kind of the wrong thing. But for me, the big one, I'm like, why on earth did Alonso start? Like, do you have any sort of explanation? Pies, and we'll get to the Kepa thing. We'll get back to the Kepa thing after. Why on earth did Alonso start this game? I don't care how dangerous they are from set pieces, but they didn't have a corner until halfway through the second half. There are 2 free kicks that we should have just not given away. Stop making this a tactic. Oh, we need more height. Just don't give them a corner instead. Stop playing worse players just because they're taller. I know I'm saying that for the goalkeeper. But goalkeeper's different. Not a bloody left wing back. It's ridiculous. Pies, do you have any explanation why Alonso started? Like, any?
Tuchel said it was height, but I don't care. Like, you play Chilwell, man. I said to you as well, I said to everyone, not just you, I'm just, relaying off what we said yesterday.
Yeah.
I said, if there's one game that Chilwell's going to play his absolute best, try his absolute hardest, it's against his old club. Like, oh my God, like, what the fuck was Tuchel thinking? I don't know. Alonso was absolutely diabolical as well today. On and off the ball, awful, out of position, getting spun, absolute donkey in attack, couldn't do anything. Not even a clutch goal, no runs in the box, nothing. Like, unexplainable why Chilwell didn't start. People were saying to me as well, oh, Chilwell played the other day. Thiago Silva's 36 played the other day. If you're going to rest anyone, you rest Thiago Silva. You don't rest Ben Chilwell, who's against his former club and is going to be absolutely motivated to the moon to try and win. Unlike the other bunch of clowns who clearly weren't motivated to win. Like, it's just... If I don't laugh, I'll cry, honestly. It's absolutely shambolic.
It really is. And that's not what I want to say. Mohammed, I bloody hope you're right. I don't see it because in 2012 we won the FA Cup. So this whole idea of everything's the same stopped today.
Bro, it won't. This thing, right, Laurenz, I keep saying this to everyone. You'd think, right, I'm telling you now, and please, please, please prove me wrong, Chelsea. Please, for once. But you'd think that seeing this today would motivate this squad to go and absolutely win that Champions League. Do you know what I think it will do? I think it will break us because we're young, we're inexperienced, and our mentality is not there. There's like 2 players that I trust to be mentally ready for a huge game like a Champions League final, and that is Silva and maybe Aspi. Mendy, maybe, I don't know, but I don't know enough about him yet. He's not been here long enough. I think this... I hate to say it, but I think it will break them. I really do. Like, you heard what Tony Mount said. Tony Mount said, Mount, what did he say? Something like, make sure you send a loser's medal to everyone in this squad before today, so that make sure there's no chance in hell that we come out of tomorrow not winning. And we're laying on the floor at full time, broken, because these lot couldn't show enough heart and couldn't show enough fight. And the thing that absolutely irritates me is you look at Real Madrid, you look at Atletico Madrid. Why in the Champions League and in some games do we absolutely give it our all, and then games like this do we just flop? Is it a case of we underestimated Leicester and we just thought we was going to win anyway, just like Arsenal? Because I tell you what, if it's just like Arsenal and we underestimated them today, because that's what it looked like. We just looked like we was going to walk all over and get chances and win the game. Same mentality as Arsenal. Every game has to be the same. West Brom, the same. Every game has to be the same. And this is the problem that Chelsea managers have had over the years, is whenever they try and motivate the players, they can't, because it's the whole group. They can motivate a few, but they can't motivate all of them. And that's why we've fallen at final hurdles recently. And that's why I'm not confident for the Champions League final. Like, yeah, that's what I have to say, man. I'm just... I know what's going to happen, and it's a shame, honestly.
I don't even want to think about it. I don't even want to think about it. Quickly, guys, I have to quickly play this little clip. I am this month sponsored by OneFootball. Please download the OneFootball app with the link down below. But before that, we have 700 people watching right now. Thank you. Appreciate it. But please help me reach 10,000 subscribers today. We're literally 80 away. So I guarantee there's more than 80 of you that are not subscribed yet. So please go down below, hit that red subscribe button and cheer me up a little bit. Make one of us, Chelsea fans, be a little bit happier. Even Pies, he's been on so much, even he will probably be a little bit cheered up by this because we're grinding our socks off. So please do subscribe. That'd be massively appreciated. Like I said, please download the OneFootball app with the link down below. I want to say a massive, massive thank you to OneFootball for partnering up with me and sponsoring my channel. Like the name suggests, it's a football app. And trust me, it's one of the best ones out there. You get all the latest football news from pretty much every single team and league all around the world. Team news, live score updates, league tables, fixture lists, everything you could possibly want to know in the world of football, you find it right there. Never want to miss out on any news surrounding Chelsea again? OneFootball has got you covered. As you can see on screen now, all the news is all there in one place. Whether it's the latest injury news, articles before and after games, or of course, transfer rumors. And with the transfer window actually opening and coming up soon, as well, you'll definitely want to make use of that transfer indicator, which not only tells you about all the rumors out there, it also tells you how likely a certain transfer actually is to happen. Like I said, it's honestly a brilliant app that I can only recommend downloading with the link down in the description below. And downloading the app with my link also really helps out my channel. All it takes is literally a few seconds to click that link down in the description below. Doesn't matter whether you're on iPhone or Android, I download the app right there with that link. So again, go down below into the description and download the OneFootball app with my link right now. With that said, we touched on two players already. Let's look at the lineup. Let's look at the lineup quickly that we turned up with today. Kepa, back three of not Azpilicueta, because Azpilicueta played right wing back and Reece James played right centre back. And Reece James, the right centre back, was absolutely brilliant, aside from maybe the pass before the goal we conceded, right? Thiago Silva, Vidiga, like I said, Azpi and wing back. Alonso on the other side, Kante, Jorginho, Ziyech, Mount, Werner. Other than Alonso, I expected this, aside from obviously the Reece James, Azpi swapping around. But when I look at the bench, I'm like, what were you talking about at the press conference yesterday? Where is Christensen? Where is Kovacic? Where are these players? Why were they not here? Why is Tammy Abraham not in the squad? Why did we need Chilwell and Emerson, but not Tammy Abraham? I'm not saying Tammy should have come on and would have solved everything, but I don't understand. I honestly, I cannot comprehend it. I don't get it. Like, what surprised you most about the lineup, aside from Alonso, I presume? Was it the subs or anything else, mate?
Huh?
Say that again?
Wait, what did you say? I didn't quite catch you, man.
What surprised you most about the lineup, aside from Alonso? Because for me, it was, like I said, the subs. The fact that Christensen and Kovacic weren't there. Like, the fact that we had Chilwell and Emerson, but not Tammy. Like, why?
Yeah, like the subs. Like you said, Kovacic is back with us. So why is he out of the squad? Where's Christensen? What, like, the whole Tammy thing, I don't really pay much attention to it, to be honest, anyway, because he's been out the squad so much. Like, I just, anyone arguing today about Tammy, it was going to happen anyway. So I don't know, like, you're just arguing with yourself, really. Like, whether you want Tammy to play or not, whether you think he should be in the squad or not, he's not in the squad. So, just get over it. He's leaving. Like, that's that for me. He was never going to be in the squad.
But no, just to bring it up quickly, we know one of Emerson and Alonso is also leaving. So even that logic doesn't explain one thing compared to the other.
Thing is, though, Laurenz, like, you can put Tammy on the bench, but it's like Tuchel doesn't rate him, so he's not going to bring him on anyway. Like,
you're right.
You know what I mean? True. Like, it's just, Tammy's a whole pointless debate for me, honestly. I know he's leaving, so that's that. You can blame Tuchel for you want. The other attackers don't turn up, so naturally you'll want to go back to Tammy. You'll say, "Oh, Tammy's our top scorer, he would have scored." That's just a natural reaction when the other forwards aren't firing. Like the lineup today, yeah, I can't have any complaints off the face of it because I wanted Ziyech, Werner, Mount. I wanted that. I said that yesterday. I predicted that. But you know what I do have a problem with is when things aren't working, make bloody subs ASAP. You know what I mean? Like, half time, it wasn't working. I knew that we weren't up for it. Werner was absolutely shocking. Who cares if you hurt their feelings? You're in a cup final. Take him off and get a better player on. Pulisic, chip on his shoulder. Thought he was quite good when he came on. Was actually trying to take people on. Trying to get in the box. Like, honestly, where is... I don't understand. Where was Pulisic at half time. Like, why not bring him on then? I don't understand. Why keep Werner on? It's just had.
Would you have brought Pulisic on for Werner?
Yes, I would have. I would have put on. No, I would have put on Pulisic on for Ziyech, and I would have put on Kai for Werner. I would have made 2 subs straight away at half time. And that's nothing against those players, but you didn't perform, so get off the pitch. We're trying to win a cup. Like, we're not trying to, we're not trying to pussyfoot around here. We're trying to win something. We've got 90 minutes to make sure we do it. So, at least try and be proactive and make changes. And you know what the thing annoys me, Laurenz, is the problem is Tuchel has been proactive in his time here. That's the thing. So that's why I don't understand is today, why is it any different? You know what I mean? Why was he not proactive? He's taken people off at half time. You could clearly see that the half wasn't working in attack. We was toothless. We wasn't creating anything. We didn't have a shot on target. So make a change. It's not that hard. You're a professional manager. Do your job. Like, seriously.
Yeah, honestly, like that's what I think as well. Like, we should have made changes. And the frustrating thing is, I'm not sure if it's the frustrating thing, but one of the frustrating things is different to the Arsenal game. But we know for a fact, if that ball where Aspie is literally there to head it in at the far post, if Timo doesn't get this small touch, we win the game. But it just doesn't happen. I think I missed the super chat. It's only showing me this one. I think I might have missed another one. If so, I do apologize, guys. But J Mojo said, at the end of the day, it's just an FA Cup. It's not just an FA Cup, because like Pi said, and I'm not saying he's definitely right, but I think he could be right, and that worries me. And he could break some of these players, not in terms of for their whole career, but enough to be a problem for the Champions League final. And that's what we're all here for. And Matt Law, I think, tweeted it. The board will care more about the game on Tuesday, and he's right. And essentially, the game on Tuesday matters more, especially if we lose the Champions League final. Then Tuesday is more important than today, because we need Champions League football next season. But it's a bloody final. And the fact that we didn't turn up 2 games in a row is ridiculous. It's insane. And I know a lot of people are talking about this, right? Again, the handball Pies, maybe you even disagree with me, but as far as I'm aware of the handball rules, Leicester's goal was fair enough because it hit Perez on the arm after it, hit his thigh. It bounced from his thigh onto his arm, which was literally right there. Hence why it was actually okay to be given, right? And then Chilwell just was offside. What can you do about it? I know I put it in the title, talking about VAR cost us. The game's the game, sorry. But you can't even blame the ref. It's just annoying that, we had to celebrate and then it didn't stand. That's the annoying part. But, Pies, do you disagree? Do you think that goal should have been disallowed? Or?
You know what? If we played well and that happened, I would care. But I don't actually care. I really don't. I thought it was an amazing strike. Whether it was handball or not, I don't care. I'm disgusted with the performance. Yeah. Like, we shouldn't have to win games. Games shouldn't be decided on little things like that when... for me, Chelsea's all about deciding things ourselves. Putting us, like, we should be the ones controlling things. We should be the one deciding things, not referees and handballs and different things like that and VAR. So I don't have the energy to debate about it because I just simply don't care. I'm more focused on the players and how disgusting they were today, honestly.
Yeah, was he actually not? What I saw he was. I thought he looked off to me. And the lines, for me, they didn't zoom in enough for me to actually tell whether their lines were correct, to be honest. But just looking at it, he looked offside to me. Hence why I'm not even... Because if you say, without VAR, the goal would have stood, I don't think it would, personally. But if he wasn't offside, it's ridiculous, but I don't know. We have another super chat here by Wendell saying, too much rotation up front throughout the season. Tuchel needs to decide on his best front 3 and let those players build chemistry together. You're not wrong, but we're playing too many games to play the same people every game. That's impossible. We've seen how many injuries we've had. Always only small ones, mind you. We've been lucky compared to other teams, of course. But, Pulisic is injured half the bloody time. Not recently, I get that. But because we're managing his game time, right? Mount plays all the time anyway. Timo, for the most part, plays all the time anyway. It's kind of just that third player that you chop and change because none of them have enough game time. Pies will just be back in just a second, guys. Players are tired. Yeah, I don't care whether players are tired. I don't care. It's a cup final. Turn up. Are you going to tell me no one's capable of winning the Euros in the summer because players are tired? One set of team will be capable of winning it. One will. And it should have been us that was capable of it. And it's bloody frustrating. It's bloody frustrating. What have I seen here? The DVR made it look more offside than it was, but it was probably 1 millimeter off, but still. I mean, the problem is we're all so frustrated today. And I know I'm pissing you off, guys, but please do subscribe. We're literally 80 away from 10,000 subscribers. I mean, maybe we've already hit it. I don't know. But if we haven't, and just please go subscribe. We have 830 people watching. Even a voice crack's coming out at this point. My hair is all over the shop. Who cares? Please do subscribe and help me reach 10K. That's the only thing that could cheer me up today. Help a brother out and please cheer one of us up. You know, I know it's a tough night for all of us Chelsea fans, but please at least cheer me up. That would be the only possible thing could cheer me up today. Pies will hopefully be back in just a second because I have to say a couple of more things. You guys know I've been so critical of Timo Werner this season, and then over the last almost month, right? I've literally did a 180-degree turn, and I was like starting to be super supportive of him, saying we need him, saying we play shit without him. Well, we played shit with him. And Timo, you're making it bloody difficult to support you. Like I tried. I actually try to turn it around to be a positive impact. You know, I do have a little bit of a platform. People see what I have to say. I try to be positive. And then the one time you shoot from 30 yards and you smack it 50 yards over. Did you see what Tielemans did? Did you see what Tielemans did? Shoot like that, please. What is this? And then every time he tries to dribble, he runs into someone. Every time he tries to dribble, he runs into someone. What are you doing? What do they teach at this bloody organization that calls themselves Red Bull? What do they teach there for you to run into someone every time you try to dribble? I cannot hack it. How can you run into someone every time? I've never seen a player that runs into someone every time they dribble. Jorginho is the slowest player I've probably ever seen, aside from Alonso. And even he doesn't dribble into people every time. Why does Werner dribble into people every time? I don't get it. I don't bloody get it. Ryan with another super chat, appreciate it, saying, is it possible to join your stream and speak a little? You can join the phone in on Chelsea Fan TV after if you join the Patreon, which is in the link of that. If I start doing that, I will not. I will not. Like there will not be no end of how many people join, and then it will be unfair to some people. Sorry, Ryan. I appreciate it a lot. If you DM me, if we talk enough, I'll definitely have you on in the future. But it's a tough one. I do apologize if a lot of you are after that. I do apologize. We currently have, see, something that made me chuckle. We have 911 followers, 911 and that American Films made me chuckle. Something positive. But we spoke about the performance, and the team performance was poor, Pies. But there is some players who I'm just like, I don't get what you do. What was Rudiger doing today? What was he doing? Shooting from 40 yards twice. For no reason. Every time he was anywhere near under pressure, he passed it back to Kepa, who had to punt it to Werner against Soyuncu. Like I just had a rant about Werner a minute ago. But can we stop asking Werner to win headers against Soyuncu? Like the poor guy. What's he meant to do? And there was every time Rudiger passing it back to Kepa, every time. But at the same time, it's also Alonso because the man doesn't even understand that he's a left wing back. The man thinks he's not even a left winger. The man thinks he's a left forward. That's how high up the pitch he is every time. So he's not a passing option. Even if he was back, the players know he's too dreadful to give him the ball because he'll lose it anyway. And that's why it comes back to Tuchel lost us the FA Cup final because why did Alonso start? I know I will keep going round in circles, but I can't comprehend. Why? Why did he start? And I mean, Tutu is saying it as well. I would have started Chilwell, but in all honesty, Alonso didn't do anything. Well, he did everything wrong. Everything. Certainly wasn't at fault for the goal. And obviously, he wasn't at fault for the goal, bro. But he wasn't at fault partly at fault, as most of the other players were, for us playing badly. And I said it earlier already. Ben Chilwell is literally against this old team. He said in an interview that this is the one game he really wants to win. He said his lowest point of this season was when we lost to Leicester in the league. And you don't start the one guy that would fight everything, that would turn into bloody guy from 300 in Sparta to win this game. Did you see how he tried to, obviously it was in the end offside and it probably would have been an own goal by Wes Morgan anyway. But did you see how hard he tried to get that ball over the line? I've never seen Alonso try that hard in the last 4 years of being at the club. I can't get it. I can't. Honestly, Pies, say something, please, because I'm losing my head here.
I don't know what to say. I really don't. I'm just honestly, I'm just heartbroken. Like I really thought we'd win this. Like, no disrespect to Leicester, they're a tough team, but we're Chelsea Football Club. You win these sort of finals. We're not playing Man City or someone incredible. You know, I don't understand, man. I don't understand the approach to the game. Like, it just, as I said earlier, it felt like Arsenal. It felt like we underestimated them and just, we'll just have, we'll pop the ball around. You can't do that in finals. It's a one-off game. You have to be on it. We wasn't on it. We wasn't doing anything that we were supposed to do. The approach was terrible. Like, and the thing that I hate the most, as I mentioned earlier, the fans are there. Chelsea fans. This is supposed to be your club. They're the ones that are behind you 24/7. Like, what sort of performance was that? People had to pay to go and watch that. Like, honestly, I sound like an Arsenal fan here.
Not even just pay. They had to get tested. They had to do all these things. It's a bloody pandemic going on.
Fan. You know what I sound like? I sound like someone on AFTV who has been disgusted with the club for the last few years and have seen them bottled over and over and over again. That's what I'm starting to sound like, because that's what it's like today. Arsenal fans, they always say in big occasions, the players didn't turn up. They didn't play for the fans. That is exactly what Chelsea did today. They done those things. They didn't turn up. They didn't play for the fans. They didn't fight. They didn't do anything. They didn't try and take people on. No one was trying to, the scene is there for you, for someone, for anyone. It could even be Alonso. It could be, it doesn't matter who it is. You're a Chelsea player. Go out and take the game by the scruff of your neck and win the club a trophy. You're always going to be there in the history books. And for people saying, oh, it's just an FA Cup, that's what they all say when we bottle a trophy. That's what everyone says when we lose it. That's what they all say. Oh, don't worry, it's only this.
It's only an FA Cup. Only counts if we win the Champions League. Otherwise, it's only the FA Cup. It's a trophy that we didn't win again. Bro, and it will be if we don't win the Champions League final, this will be the longest period ever that Chelsea have gone trophyless ever since Roman Abramovich has taken over.
Bro, I can't go through another Champions League final loss. These lot have to. Honestly, I'm debating whether we just fucking throw top four and we just go all out in the Champions League for that game. Because honestly,
then they won't turn up again. You can't risk that.
I don't know what to suggest though, Laurenz, because we can't. I don't know, man. I don't know what to say. You take it away. There's too many things going along in my head at the moment. I'm steaming. I don't know what to say. There's too many situations I'm thinking of right now that could end in a good season for us, because the ones spinning around in my head, unfortunately, are only leading to bad. Like,
and that's how it goes on a bad day. That's why I said in the intro. That's why I hate football, because it just does Laurenz, these things to you.
Laurenz, can I ask you something though?
Go on.
If we won this game, right? Just say we was playing like today and we won this game. Yeah, it would still feel great, and I wouldn't have said, "Oh, we played bad in the first half and stuff." I'd be buzzing we won the trophy, but still in the back of my mind, I know that we wouldn't have played well. And personally, as a fan, I don't like that. I even if we ended up winning that game, like say if the Chilwell goal counted, then we won in extra time, I would have still been disgusted with the performance in the first half and the whole game. It would have just felt nice if we, lifted it, but it still wouldn't have taken away from the absolute agony that I was going through during the game. Like, that's the most disappointing thing is they didn't even, it's not like we lost 1-0 and, we had those shots at the end, but also in the first half, we hit the post twice or, it's nothing like that. It's complete opposite. It's an absolute joke. Honestly, it's a joke. I can't believe the players, man. I can't believe it.
It's ridiculous. I agree. And I mean, Santana, man, again, appreciate the donation. Shocking performance. Alonso needs to be first sold. As much as I'm angry and disappointed today, I don't even want to put myself. I don't know why Siri just started listening to me anyway. I don't want to get into this like where we start individualizing individually slating everybody and saying, oh, they need to be sold. Whether it's people have done it about Jorginho or Kepa or Alonso. As much as I'm angry at Kepa or as much as I'm angry at not Kepa, Alonso or Werner or whatever, let's try to refrain from that. I know it's difficult. I know. And I know the players didn't turn up and they could have done something about it. But right now, they don't feel any better than we do. That's for sure. I don't care what you can say, oh, but they don't care. No, they do care. Even if it's just for their own personal sake, they do care, though. Even if they don't care for club or fans. But it's so tough. Another super chat here by Fantasy PG Edouard saying Alonso at full sprint is outpaced by jogging players. No, he is. But you're saying that as if we should be surprised by that. I've been saying that since 2016. I know we won the league with him there, but that doesn't mean he wasn't slow then. Like this is not news. This is absolutely not news. Have I missed one here now? This StreamYard chat is trying to mug me off here today. Tell you guys. I'm trying to get to all the super chats. I really do apologize. I'll say this now to my girlfriend. Can you please screenshot every super chat that comes in and send it to me just in case I miss it later so that I can at least read it out? If you could do that, gorgeous, that'd be brilliant. We have a new member. Appreciate that a lot. Jester saying here, sorry I'm late. Needed to spread some of the performance on my lawn. Yeah, I appreciate you as always, Leicester. Leicester? No, not Leicester. I don't appreciate you, Leicester. Jester. Another super chat here by Gautam. I'm sorry, I'm going to just butcher your first name. Were the Chelsea fans in the stadium today? Yes, there were, bro. Yes, there were. Yeah, you're not the only one that didn't hear them. You're not the only one that didn't hear them. Other than when they sang Jorginho. Fair play to them. Richard Grace with another super chat here saying, I'm confused by Tuchel constantly starting and playing the German connection over players who are better and in form. Well, he didn't, because he didn't start Havertz today. He only started Werner, so there was no German connection. Maybe that was the problem. I don't know, but it would have been better with Timo and Havertz. I don't know. The only thing I do know was today was shocking. It was a pen? It was a pen. What is he talking about? You mean it wasn't a goal and it was handball? I mean, to be totally honest with you, I just don't know the rules. If you say that, fair enough. And I appreciate, obviously, the thoughts, right? I don't even know. I'm starting to struggle to know what to say because I'm just angry and I don't want to say the wrong things, if that makes sense. You know what? Let's get the player ratings. I know they'll be low, but let's get to them anyway. Let's not throw our toys out the pram. Let's try to be as subjective as we possibly can. I'm just typing it out. Start with Kepa. What about Kepa? Because what can I say about Kepa? They had one shot on target and he didn't save because he's too short. What, am I going to blame someone for being too short now? I don't even know what to do with him. What do I do with him? He caught more crosses than I've ever seen him catch before. And I'm not saying I'm going to give him a high rating, but in a weird way, I almost feel bad for him because I'm like, he's going to be scapegoated when he can't do anything about being short.
Yeah, 100% agree. Like, I don't know. I don't know what rating to give him because, as you said, I can't blame someone for being too short. You know, Mendy does save it. Yes, absolutely. I think he saves it. Yeah. But, you know, what did Kepa have to do all game? Nothing. Because Leicester were just as bad as us. The problem was with Leicester is they outfought us. They didn't play good football, but they outfought us. They outsung us. So, you know, they just wanted it more. As I text you, I could tell. I can just tell with Chelsea, man. I can tell when we're on it, when we're not. It's just, it's so easy nowadays. We're not unpredictable. We don't, you know, nothing to say anymore. Just, yeah. Kepa, I don't know, maybe 5, 6. I don't know. No one's getting a high rating anyway because we lost. But again, there's nothing really you can blame him on, unlike others who are getting very, very low scores.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Artina, I know I said it a minute ago, but I don't even want to turn on fans. Like, look at how disappointed we were with the performance. The fans always reflect how the team plays. But at the same time, the team also reflects how the fans are. So maybe if the team did more, the fans did more than the players, I don't know. I don't want to be putting it on fans. I know people that were there, and I guarantee they were trying to sing their lungs out. I would probably agree 5, 6, something like that. Is it too soon to revive the Kepa T-Rex arm memes again? But really, I was upsetting. It is, Richard. It is so upsetting. I don't even know how. I don't know. Because I feel bad for him, because I know he will be scapegoated, I'm going to give him a 6 because he actually didn't do nothing wrong. Doesn't mean he was good, but in a weird way, he almost was, because honestly, he's caught some crosses where I'm like, I've never seen you catch that. Fair play, but then it doesn't help anything. Get to Reece James. He's going to get the highest outfield player rating. To be honest, I know it sounds ridiculously stupid, but I would be happy. I'd be very willing to give Reece James like an 8. I know you will disagree, but do you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, honestly, probably 7 or 8. I think
wait, hold up. How is that? Please, Phil, put it in the chat. How you've come to that conclusion?
It's because there's a picture on the timeline where everyone's going at Jorginho because the space between him and Tielemans was so much, and everyone's going mental. But Kante wasn't even there either, so it's just.
First of all, that, and secondly, of course, we lost the ball in transition. So
people are saying that like they expected Tielemans to shoot from there and score a screamer. So it's just that's a load of rubbish. Like just whatever, trying to scapegoat as usual.
Exactly. So what were you saying? Should we do 7.5 then?
Or 8. I think he gets the highest rating.
You know what? I'll give him the 8. I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care. I mean, I think 8's too high. I think he shouldn't play that pass. I don't think he should play that pass. At the same time, I'm like, that's the kind of pass we were missing. Like, because we didn't try that type of pass enough, that's why we didn't do enough. That's why we couldn't penetrate them enough. Because we didn't try enough. There was one from Jorginho, which helped. But even that, we'll get to the last bit. Actually, because we just half review, half player ratings. Do you know what other frustrating thing is? I know obviously the last 10 minutes, we had the header from Chile. We had the own goal. We had the volley from Mount. But when we made these subs, Giroud, Mount, Havertz, they were all just, and Pulisic, no, not really Pulisic, just those 3. We're all waiting in the D of the 18-yard box, all just waiting for a ball. I'm like, and there was 10 minutes to play. I'm like, not yet, guys. Not yet. You do that in injury time. Not yet. What are we doing? How can you play through a complete? And I think that was before Giroud was on, so it was even more stupid, right? Why did they all just wait? They all pissed me off. Thiago Silva again did all right. Didn't look brilliant, but did all right. I don't know, 6 maybe.
I was actually just listening to what Tuchel said. He's doing his interview right now, and
what's he said?
Apparently, according to Tuchel, that he's not angry with the performance. We was good enough to win, and we got unlucky. So apparently that's what he's made of that shit show over 90 minutes.
Maybe he's trying to make sure the players don't crumble, like you said.
I was happy with the work rate and intensity, but decision making was too tactic. We were too straight up front. We tried to force it. We are not angry.
I'm angry, bruv.
That'll go down well with the fans, tell you.
I'm angry. I'll tell you that much. I'm bloody angry, bruv. Good enough. Taking the mic. But again, it's a manager in public, right? Maybe it's just trying to make sure this team don't crumble before we play a final. And a bloody huge important game on Tuesday, which God knows how I'm going to get myself hyped up for that, let alone the players. But what about Thiago? What would you give him? 5, 6?
Yeah, again, I actually thought he played all right, to be fair. I mean, he dealt with Vardy quite well on one of the 1v1s, but that was towards the end of the game. Could have made it 2-0, but yeah, just, I don't know, put a good header across, or a ball across, which we should have scored if bloody Timo Werner didn't head it.
Yeah. At the same time, that's the only one I won't criticize Timo for, if I'm totally honest with you.
No, I'm not blaming him, but I'm just, it's annoying in hindsight now. You're looking back on it, if he just did leave it as a goal, but yeah. 5, 6, maybe 6 probably.
Yeah, give him the 6. And yeah, UCL will have Kovacic back. That's all well and good. But where on earth was he today? Where was he? I don't understand. I don't understand. But Rudiger doesn't get any higher than a 3. And to be honest, maybe a 4. And then I deduct a full 1 for both of these stupid shots. 0.5 for each of these stupid shots. So they trigger me.
Yeah, really, really disappointed with Rudiger. Just looked shaky, I thought, from the first minute off. Usually really good on the ball, but I just thought he looked shaky. The shots, don't even get me started. Like, he can't hit a good shot, so I understand why he doesn't. The one that really annoyed me was at the end when we was chasing the game. It was like 83rd minute and you're shooting. Like, oh my God.
It's fine. Like, I know it sounds stupid, but people point it that way, right? Shooting obviously is difficult. But if you're a professional footballer playing in an FA Cup final, playing for Chelsea Football Club, you should be capable of not putting it 10 yards over the goal. Like, I'm not saying you have to score, but I should be able to expect you to not put it 20 yards, 10 yards over the goal. Like, that's just not anywhere near good enough. And just to put a minute ago, what did Rudiger do wrong? Pass it back to Kepa every time, which made us lose the ball every time, which meant half the time we didn't have any sort of acceptable build-up. That's what he did wrong. And that really pissed me off. Obviously, defensively, he didn't do anything wrong because Leicester didn't do nothing. But that doesn't mean he was good now, was he? Maybe in comparison to the others, maybe 3 is a bit harsh, maybe 4, but nothing higher than that, in my opinion. What is it for you? I'm sorry if you said it. I forgot.
For Rudiger,
yeah,
2 or 3 probably.
I'll give him the 3, then off you go. What are we going to do about it? And Aspie's another one. Yeah, sure, Aspie wasn't great, but Aspie's not a right wing back in a team where we have to be the offensive team. Do you know what I mean? Right? I know he did a very good job in the second against Madrid, and he would have scored had Timo not got the head on it. And then probably Aspie would be on the thumbnail because he scored and he's the captain and he got us the win and everything would be hype. So I don't even want to say he was this dreadful, but at the same time, he was kind of dreadful. The amount of stupid fouls he gave away and Leicester's time wasted. Oh my God. How was there only 5 minutes of injury time? Bloody Thomas or whoever it was down for 5 minutes by himself. They scored and they wasted at least 5 minutes of time. Should have been around 15 minutes of injury time. I'm fuming. I don't even know what to rate Aspie. What rating would you give him, bro?
It's going to have to be another low one. I don't know if he was as bad as Rudiger, but I think he was still quite bad. Especially when he was he moved to right wing back, didn't he? Like, offered us really nothing going forward. 3.5 maybe at a push.
Personally, I think that's a tad harsh. I would have probably said maybe 5.
I don't think so.
Maybe 4.5. So I suppose in a mix of us, give him a 4 then. Fair enough. Then we get to Alonso. A favourite man in the world. Not. I don't know. 2?
1.
1. 1 it is. Not even having a debate with you there. 1 it is. What's he done? The only thing he did was have a first shot on target, which was a header. Fair play. Well, what else are we going to do? But
shocking mentality from him as well. Absolutely shocking. You'd think as well, with Alonso not being in the side, you'd think he'd want to prove a point. Because big games like this can sway managers' decisions for the next few games. Like, this is the thing as well. This is what I was saying earlier when I was really annoyed. Is that no one made the manager think, oh, you have to pick me for the Champions League final. This wasn't just about this final. This is about the next final as well, let alone the Premier League games. Like, you win us this final or you play exceptionally well, you're going to start in the Champions League final because you know the manager can trust you. Who can the manager trust? This is what I'm saying. Tuchel got things wrong, but at the same time, who can he trust? What can he physically do? He brought on as many players as he could. Yes, it was too late, but still, you know, who jumped out at him today? No one. Shocking.
Yeah, no, it's true. And I did actually get sent a super chat, which I missed earlier. I do apologize for that, Richard. He said, might be mean, but I knew we were going to lose when I saw the front 3. Ziyech spamming crosses to Werner, who has 0 touch. To be honest, he's not wrong. Like, every time we're in a good offensive position in the first half. It ended up being Ziyech who tried to chip in the ball, and he always overhit them. And it was always Werner was the only guy that was there, and then Aspie had awful positioning at the far post to try and get there. Or I don't know whether he was trying to get to an actual cross, but he was never there to pick up the loose ball, if that makes sense. So I don't even know if I should have a go at Aspie or Ziyech. I don't know. I will tell you like this, Richard. For me, when I saw the front three, I'm like, yeah, this front three can do something. We've played good games with this front three. I think blaming the front three on Tuchel is a tough one. I don't know which player this is from. I'll show you that. I don't know who this is. Let me play it. Well, some Leicester player. I think it's funny to throw the Chelsea thing around.
So Daniel and Marty, that is.
He can get in the bin as well. He can get in the bin. I'm fuming. Don't drink, kids. Who's drinking? But anyway, I don't even know anymore. Where were we? Jorginho. I don't even know what to rate Jorginho. 4, something like that. 3, 4.
Yeah, I was wrong on Jorginho. I have to say I was wrong. After the mistake last game, I said that he would put in a masterclass today.
But was it possible for him to play a masterclass today? As much as I agree, he was poor.
Well,
but if he were allowed to play like he,
I don't
like,
think.
You know what I mean?
I don't think he got hold. Like, I thought we were terrible on the ball. That was another thing. Like, how many times did we give the ball away? Like, usually when you bring in Jorginho, he brings a whole different control. Like today, felt like we had like a Billy Gilmore Kante pivot again. You know what I mean? It felt like Arsenal away under Lampard, where we had to bring Jorginho on because we had no bloody control in the midfield. Like, we got bullied, we got outrun. Like, there's just no control, like, at all. Jorginho, like, he wasn't passing forward either. Like, I don't know what was up with him.
Look at the chat, 0, 3.5, 0, 0, 0, 3, 2, 0, 0, 2.
People saying 0 are just Jorginho haters. There's like 1 or 2, but the only 0 for me was the guy up bloody top. But yeah, Jorginho 1 or 2.
Well, I would give him a 3. I don't think it was worse than Rudiger then. But like I said, I would have given him the 4. But I think, just because I don't think it was worse than Rudiger for me. But Kante, a tad better, did a bit defensively, but his passing was dreadful as well. I don't know, 3.5, 4, something like that. In comparison to what we've given so far, obviously.
He was better than Jorginho, slightly. Just thought he was better defensively. Actually gave us a bit of energy, which no one was trying apart from him. Even at times he was high pressing the centre backs at times during late game because he was just trying to win the ball back when no one else was. It was just but I do agree, awful passing, which is a letdown of his anyway. We know he's not very technical consistently. He can do good passing, but not consistently. Maybe a 4, 4.5, maybe.
Right. 4 it is then, I suppose, if I was going to say 3.5 to 4. Mason, I mean, that save from Schmeichel is ridiculous. And again, if he doesn't save that, it's him on the thumbnail and I'm gassed. Obviously, that would only take us to extra time, but still, it's a position where if we get an equaliser, I back us to win it. As much as people might disagree because of the performance, but that's just usually how momentum in football games works. So I would say 6 at a push.
I'm not quite sure, man. I think 5.5. The one was a great save by Schmeichel, but yeah, all round I don't think he was that good. And also, Laurenz, you'll be glad to hear you have hit 10,000 subscribers.
Have I?
Yes, I've just checked. So well done, bro.
Come on. Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
10,000.
There you go, 10,000. I appreciate it a lot. Appreciate it, Pies, as you always come on as well. But then we don't stop at 10K, guys. So if you haven't already, go down below and subscribe right now. So we grow. So go down below, hit that big ass red subscribe button. That'd be massively appreciated. And of course, hit the like button. Try to cheer us up a little bit, because
a little bit of happiness, even for you. I do feel a little bit happy for you.
See, there you go. See, even Pies is having a good go. I appreciate it. Congratulations, I appreciate it a lot. So I saw someone else in the chat earlier say it already, but I wasn't sure whether it was true, hence why I didn't highlight it, because I was like, I might stop people from subscribing then.
And I didn't want that. Appreciate it. I appreciate everybody. Appreciate the love. Appreciate it a lot. What did I give Mason a 5.5 then? Because I said 6, you said 5 or 5.5.
Yeah,
5.5
probably 5.5. Yeah.
CS for me.
Yeah.
Sorry, go on.
No, I was just gonna say I thought Mount started the game well. I thought he was
Yeah.
doing some good runs and stuff, but just for the rest of the game, apart from that shot, was pretty invisible, unfortunately. Yeah.
Bruh, that is a stat.
Hey, this is what I was saying though. We're not the same Chelsea anymore. When you look into it deeply, it's really bad. We're becoming bloody bottlers, mate. We are. It's bad.
5 out of 6 finals. Bloody hell. We obviously won the FA Cup final on the Conte. We lost one on the Conte.
And let's be honest, Laurenz, that was only because of Hazard. He was unreal that day.
Sure, but we had finals with him that we didn't win either. So
yeah, but that particular one, obviously, he scored the winner, and he was unreal that day. So
he was.
Yeah, you have to take that into account as well.
Yeah, you do. Super Cup,
so
Community
bad,
Shields, FA Cup last year. No, it's just a meh. It's honestly a meh. I don't know. I mean, people telling us we need to drop Kepa. On what basis? Like, I get in terms of comparison to Mason that it's always difficult to compare a goalkeeper to, obviously, in a forward, right? I get that. But Kepa didn't do anything wrong. So what can you do, really? Yeah, Carl. So do we. It's a tough one today. So yes, 3, like Jorginho, maybe.
I thought he was worse. Honestly, I thought he was terrible. Yeah, I thought he was terrible.
We did win Baku actually, so that FA Cup final with Hazard wasn't actually in those 6 finals, unless the stat is wrong. But we did win Baku, obviously, after that. She did travel to Baku. See, she has happy memories. Fair play. I mean, yeah, okay. CS, what would you give him 2 then? Price is gone. I'm going to give him some people in the chat said 2.5. I probably agree. Price will be back in a second. Don't worry, guys. Price will be seconds. There he is. I gave CS a 2.5. You okay with that?
Yeah, I don't know what happened now. I just completely cut out. But yeah, just really, really bad. Disappointed as well because, to be honest, I expected so much better from Ziyech. I thought he was going to have a really, really good game. But no, especially with all the what do you call it? Big games he scored in. He scored in a few for us. FA Cup semi, you thought he'd do much better, but no, really lazy as well. I thought wasn't on it. He wasn't even pressing like he usually does. He's not the fastest player, but he usually presses, and second balls, he just looked lazy. He looked tired, and that doesn't make sense because he's hardly played. So yeah, just another one I was very, very angry with. I'd say is the right word. Angry.
In a weird way, I take that as a compliment. And also, he would have done better than Werner today, that's for sure. And that's the next guy we have to talk about. I know you're going to give him a 0 or a 1. I would probably give him... I think he was not as bad as Alonso, because to me, he was as shocking as it was to me. For him, I was like, okay, I see trying. For Alonso, I didn't even see trying, so I would give him a 2. I know you'd give him a 1. So 1, or would you be okay with a 1.5?
I'd give him a 0. I thought he was absolutely shocking. I literally wanted to grab the guy, pull him through my TV. Like, I thought he was so bad. Honestly,
I don't even know what that means. Sorry, go on.
Leading Chelsea in a cup final up top. Oh my God. Couldn't dribble past players. His first touch was horrific. Oh my days. His shooting was erratic. His decision making, like the shot that went over, he could have slipped in Mount. And he's probably scoring that. It's just those little things that matters in a cup final. And when we're coming down to ratings, I can't even give him a 1. I thought he was appalling. Should have took him off at half time. Chelsea are better with Werner. I don't know what to believe anymore. I said that last stream. But what do I believe? We didn't look better with him. We looked worse. Like, he's supposed to make us better. We looked shocking with him. Like,
we did.
No fight as well. You think about Drogba, Costa in these cup finals. They didn't care. They wanted to run through players. They fought to the last minute. They didn't care. This guy, didn't care in the wrong way. You know what I mean? They didn't care in the right way. Honestly, I don't even give him a rating. I thought he was just disgusting.
Yeah, like I said, for me, he was a tad better still than Alonso. So I suppose it's 1 overall. Then I don't know. Handball rule. So apparently it was handball. Well, if it is, then like I tweeted, F everyone you've ever known in your life. That's what I felt like, and I felt like that again when the offside goal happened. I mean, if by the rules it should have been handball, then I don't even know what to think anymore. Like, obviously, it doesn't change. Well, it doesn't make the performance better, but I mean, Leicester didn't have a shot on target aside from that. I don't even know anymore, bro. I don't know. We get to the subs. I mean, Chile. You see the first one that I wrote down? I just got to see when it comes around again. We have another super chat. I'm making sure I don't miss it. I appreciate the donation a lot. Appreciate it a lot, bro. Saying, what is up with our coaches never subbing until too late? And normally around the 70th minute or later, even when you can tell people need to come off at halftime. Yeah, I don't get it either. I mean, why they don't sub at halftime, there's a reason for that. Because they give them instructions at halftime to change things, and then they want to see if they need to make a sub to change it or if telling them something can change it. That's why managers sometimes don't do halftime subs. But Sarri at least made subs after 60 minutes. Usually, I mean, I don't know how long it was today. Let me check when the first sub happened today. Because obviously, at least we used all 5 subs. It's the only thing I give Tuchel, because usually he doesn't. First sub was in the 68th minute. That's way too late. It's so way too late. It's crazy. It's ridiculous, honestly. I mean, Fantasy PJ Adore saying Chile seriously a 9 out of 10 for him. Yeah, we have Pulisic first. What do you give Pulisic?
Probably an 8. I think I was really impressed.
That's way too high. He didn't like. I know he dribbled and he took players on, but you can't give Mount a 5.5 and Pulisic an 8. That doesn't make any sense.
Oh no, Pulisic was way better than Mount.
He was way better, but not 2.5 better. Like Mount nearly scored as a winner. Pulisic didn't even get anywhere near the goal.
At least he tried, though, man. Mount didn't try.
Yeah. No, Mount nearly scored. Like people will tell me I'm just a Mount lover now, but I'm not saying I would have given him a 6, right? I think it was good in comparison to everybody else. But none of his crosses came in the box, and he didn't take a shot. So all of this dribbling, 30 yards from goal, that doesn't help anybody.
I would personally give him higher, but maybe you need to knock down Tuchel's rating then, if you think like that, personally.
Tuchel's rating? I mean, we'll definitely give Tuchel a low rating, trust me. But not fair. Okay, I would have said 6. You said 8, 7. It's still a high rating. It's still the second highest rating so far we've given, aside from Reece James, which I think is a bit high. But fair enough. It's a compromise between the two of us, so that's totally fair. Chile, for me, yeah, like 9 is high, but him I would give an 8.
Yeah. Again, I just feel sorry for him because, you know, he clearly would have played miles better than Alonso, would have actually tried, would have actually fought.
100%.
So, yeah, that's one of the things when we get to Tuchel's rating that, yeah, knocks Tuchel down massively for me, because I just think you had to start Chilwell. And, you know, whether he would have got the goal or not, made the run, can blame him for being offside, but it was inches. So, you know, you never really know with VAR nowadays. Yeah, probably an 8 or a 9. I'm going to say 8 because we still lost. So, yeah.
I think 8's okay. And big up to him as well. I feel bad for him. Like he said it, like I said, he said it before the game. This is the game he really, really, really wants to win. And he didn't even get to start. And even aside from that, the players let him down. Callum, to be honest, I'm close to giving him an A. I mean, his first touch took his ball into the opposition. I know he got it back because the rebound fell to him, but did nothing, let's be honest. I mean, I personally still think Pulisic's too high, but it doesn't matter. 4. But that's the same as Kante. 3.5 for Callum.
I don't know. I thought he was positive, but yeah, he didn't really do much. Like, I don't know, man. I can't really expect the subs to do less when we're losing. So, yeah, probably a low rating.
Big up Tammy Abraham. Come on, big up Tammy Abraham.
Yeah, 4 maybe. 4, probably.
Yeah, give him a 4 then. All right, but 4 is the same as Kante. Do you actually think that?
Well, to be fair, I think on a couple of the last streams, you gave like the subs quite high ratings compared to obviously 90 minutes. So
that's true. No, you make a fair point. You make a fair point.
And someone said Kai, it was at 6, but
go on. Yeah, no, okay, you make a fair point. Make a fair point. Kai, I mean, again, I saw less of things that didn't work, but that's because he was less involved. But also central position, Leicester defended so deep. Obviously, the wider areas players like Hudson would get the ball more. Can we even give him a rate? Like, did he do anything?
Well done to Tuchel for bringing him on so late.
Yeah,
you know, maybe he would have had more of a chance if he came on 50 minutes or at half time. But
yeah. I mean, it didn't really matter at what point, as long as it was after the goal, because at that point, Leicester were just sitting deep. I
mean, people said he's non-existent, but it was not like, he was, but is it really his fault? I mean, Tuchel just shoved a load of subs on pretty much the same time, and I don't even know.
Shall we give him an NA because it's almost possible to judge it?
Yeah, like I didn't notice him doing anything, but at the same time, I don't want to blame him because he didn't really have long enough, and the game was already pretty much done at that point, in my opinion. Anyway, because of our attitude as well.
Yeah, no, I agree. And Giroud, almost just for that stupid ball out wide to Mason, that's why I want to give him a rating, just because that pass pissed me off so much. Pissed me off as much as the really good shots from distance. I'm like, what on earth are you doing? Like, if you're going to play that type of pass, you better get it to get to your teammate. Like, I don't know. Or would you say NA as well? I know he came on after, even after, I know that, but just that one moment pissed me off so much.
Yeah, no, that did annoy me, but I still think that has to be in NA, to be honest, because he only did that one thing, but, still.
Yeah.
We can blame him for that.
To be honest, I will say this. It was another one of those. That's why we kept crossing the ball. As soon as Giroud came on, it took us another 10 minutes to cross again.
Man, that just annoys me anyway. Like, I don't even know why are you bringing Giroud on if the team don't cross? Like, as one of the comments said there, he offered us a crossing output, but we didn't bloody cross. So it's like, well done Chelsea players again. And what do you expect Giroud to do as well? He scored clutch goals, yeah, but you can't expect him to come on every time with 5 minutes left and save our arse. You have to take age into context as well with Giroud. It's just so unfair on him. Like, yeah.
It's crazy. I mean, Chelsea love donated. Appreciate it a lot. I think it's the Indonesian currency. So appreciate it. God knows how much that is in euros, pounds, whatever. But anyways, he said, we need to invest in a proper striker. Timo Werner is another Salomon Kalou. Squad player at best. Hey, Chelsea fans got a lovely song for Salomon Kalou. I even saw a Timo Werner song today, which was a good song. Didn't hear it in the stadium, mind you, but yeah, we do. Yeah, we bloody do. And I saw, who was it? Frank Khaled tweeted yesterday, £150 million war chest for Thomas Tuchel. I'm like, that's not enough. That gets us one striker. Have you seen how much apparently they want for Lukaku? Even if we don't get Haaland, we need to spend that much. So we definitely need a striker. That's for 100% sure. Yeah, I'll give Giroud that NA then. And then we get to Thomas Tuchel. And I mean, I spoke about it earlier, I suppose. I will say, clear it up first of all. Not Tuchel out. That's the most ridiculous thing to say I've ever heard, right? Well, Cronkies are not selling Arsenal. Bid from Ek, the obviously Spotify owner, has been turned down. Fair enough. Our lowest rating is 1, so I think Tuchel also has to be a 1. I think, and I know it's maybe not just today, but I think like I said, you don't kill the momentum. And I think he killed the momentum against Arsenal. And I think, I know can you really put a defeat down to one position? No, maybe not. But Chile starting over Alonso is such a big difference. Such a big difference. And as much as Kepa wasn't at fault for the goal, we still don't concede it if Mendy's in goal. And that was Tuchel's decision. Should Pulisic or Hudson-Odoi or Havertz have started? Maybe. But when the game started, would I have been totally upset with it? Maybe not really. Right? Not really. I don't really know. To be honest, maybe Kai should have started over Ziyech, because with how Leicester played, that's not... Ziyech is good when he has space and time. That's when he can thrive. Leicester didn't give us that at all. So that's why there was nothing. I mean, that's a bit of an exaggeration. Tuchel has screwed our season last 2 games because we still have the game that really decides everything to go. And Tuesday, of course. For me, I mean, you give him a 1 as well, but I wouldn't word it like that. But I think he just got it all wrong. I think it's just got it all wrong. Zidane will leave Real Madrid again, apparently. I'm not surprised there, to be honest. But Tuchel, for you, would you go higher than a 1 or?
No.
Would you go lower than a 1?
No, I'd probably just say a 1, to be honest. Like, joint effort. Players were shocking. Manager didn't get it right for me. Yeah, I probably only give him a point because he threw all the attackers on, but still too late. Thought he should have made subs at half time. Yeah, it's so annoying because I'm lost for words, to be honest with you. I could say so much. Like, people saying Tuchel out, whatever, man. Like, we wouldn't even be in the position we are without Tuchel. And for me, there's no other upgrade apart from Pep available in the world period than Thomas Tuchel. I think he's one of the most smartest Chelsea managers we've had. I think he's one of the only Chelsea managers other than Mourinho that actually gets Chelsea, what we're about. He knows we're about winning, but he's trying to drill different mentality into the players, but these players just didn't turn up. And I said this before, it doesn't matter what manager we have. We could have Pep Guardiola. You can scream, shout, whatever you want, do inspired team talks, send, videos from their wives before Champions League final, whatever managers do to try and get people fired up. I just think, this group of Chelsea players have just let us down time and time again. And the new players are young and they're inexperienced. And that comes down to market operation and Mourinho. We haven't got enough experienced world-class players. We're a future team. You know what I mean? We're in a state where it would be lovely to keep Tuchel for like 4 or 5 years to see us build and to see us grow. But, Chelsea's not about that. Chelsea's about winning now. And that's the problem. That's why we keep going through so many managers, is because we don't give them time. And as soon as we lose a final or two, it's their fault. And obviously it's some of the fault. It's some of Tuchel's fault for losing today. But Tuchel can't go on the pitch and control the players. You know what I mean? He's screaming tactics on Mason Mount, and like the 83rd minute, Mason Mount passed it backwards instead of turning and running forward. It's little things like that. Tuchel's screaming at him, in his face. Like, he can only do so much. And that's the problem, I fear, is if Tuchel can't get these players fired up, then who can? Because he's one of the most charismatic managers there is. You know what I mean? And he's not harsh to the players either. He's not like a Conte where he's, as Jorginho said, Tuchel will shout at you, but at the same time, he's fair. He doesn't drop you for a next game. He's not like a Conte who done that. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I don't know, man. I beg Chelsea prove me wrong and win the Champions League. But as I've said all along, I don't think we will. I don't think we want it enough. If you can't get fired up for an FA Cup final, how are you going to get fired up for a Champions League final? And there's hardly any fans there as well at Porto. There's actual London-based fans who went there today. You know what I mean? That have been going for years, supporting Chelsea. They can't even give anything back to them. It's just, it's crazy. I've said my piece anyway.
It will be the same amount of Chelsea fans in Porto as there was today. Right?
Yeah, but not...
The allocation is 6,000 both times.
But I'm talking about like when it's in London, it's Wembley. You know what I mean? We're a London club. I just felt it felt special today. Like I don't know, just fans in Porto. Like, who cares? Like I don't know. it's a different venue. You know what I mean? If you get what I mean.
You're not wrong. I forgot his name. He's a member. Sorry if I forgot your name, but he texted me the sort of rule why it apparently is handball. From what you sent me, it's true. It sounds like it is handball, but as far as I was aware, there is an exception if it bounces off you from another body part, and that isn't stated anywhere here. But hey, if it is, to be honest, I don't even want you to send me this because that just makes me more angry. It'd be much easier for me to kind of get over this stuff if the goal is just okay to stand, because then I can just be at least just angry at the players and not at the referee, because then I just feel unfairly done by, and that's not what I can handle. But yeah, so Tuchel with the one then. Yeah, I mean, I completely agree with everything you said, by the way. He is still the right man. Someone put it in the chat, I didn't highlight it, but the only time Tuchel fails is when he overcomplicates it, and that's a little, even though the Reece thing there worked, but it's just a sign that he overcomplicated things, and that really didn't work, and that's disappointing. And then we get to an overall rating, which, well, also a 1.
I don't even want to give them a rating, to be honest with you. We didn't show any fight at all until Chilwell came on, and he nearly scored with a header. It took us to 87 minutes. Are we really going to give a rating for 3 or 4 minutes plus added time of fight? It was just all wrong. Maybe a 0.1 for nearly getting back into the game. Genuinely, -1 even. Shocking.
-1, bloody hell.
One of the worst cup final performances I've ever seen, ever. Shocking.
Yeah. No, that's true. Maybe bar Watford against Man City. Yeah, I mean, like I said 2, you said 0. I suppose 1 it is, but doesn't matter, not really. That is actually something I wanted to bring up, what Melinda said here. Can we talk about the corners in the last couple of games? Not even just the last couple of games, the last few months. We were goal-scoring machines from set pieces at some point this season. Every Mason Mount corner was incredible. And either Kurt Zuma, Rudiger didn't play at the time, or Thiago Silva got on the end of the lot of them. Every time. I swear we haven't gotten on the end of any corner in months. That's what it feels like. Well, actually against Madrid, Thiago had one and maybe 1 or 2 others where we should have done a bit better. But essentially, none. We had Reece taking some today, Mason was taking some today, Ziyech taking some today. All of them were dreadful. To be honest, Ziyech weren't even that bad, but our structure for a set piece is then awful because we didn't have anybody tall at the front post. We put Aspie there, and I'm like, well, if you're going to whip it in there, then Aspie's not going to get there if you have that type of header. It's a problem. There is small problems going on. We've been brilliant, right? Let's not kid ourselves. Today was shocking. Wednesday was shocking. But aside from that, we've been amazing for the last few months. The problem is, like I said, you cannot kill momentum. And we need to dig so deep on Tuesday to get that momentum back. I mean, you said it yesterday. If we win the final, you see us being in a disadvantage for Tuesday. I suppose with that counter logic, that would put us at maybe a slight advantage on Tuesday. I wasn't sure either way, but I'm hoping for it. I'm hoping because we need to win that game on Tuesday. Otherwise we're in deep trouble. Is Anthony Barry also the set piece coach for offensive set pieces? I don't know. I don't know. Tammy should have been in the squad. Yeah, maybe he should have been. Would he have come on? No. Would it have made a difference? No. So it's just I hate football. It's just so painful. It's so painful on a day like today, and you're just sat there and you're just. And I tell you one thing. I know people. Is this true? What's true? Better to say what's true, otherwise I can't follow the chat. No, it's just a defense. Okay. Pies, are you here?
I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm here.
No, it's all good. Where was I? Someone said it earlier and you disagreed or whatever. It's only the FA Cup, but we were robbed, blah, blah, blah. I won't lie. Today's why I was so tense during the game, not necessarily before it, not long before it anyway. And Emma Hayes spoke about this. Big up Emma Hayes. good luck to the Chelsea women's team for the Champions League final tomorrow. Hopefully they do the club proud, at least, unlike the men's today. I'll be watching it, and I hope you guys are as well, because those girls deserve to be followed, because they're putting in shift after shift after shift this season. But she said in the Champions League semi-final against Bayern Munich, that almost their strongest drive to win it was the fear of losing. And I'm not sure whether the players had that today or whatever, but I had it. Of course, I want to win the FA Cup, but I've always said it. Maybe it's because I'm not English and people say, oh, you know, that's why your opinion doesn't count as much, blah, blah. I don't care about you, really. But the FA Cup is all great, but it's just a trophy. I mean, people say Arsenal are this downfall of a club. The amount of FA Cups they've won, if all of you thought the FA Cup was as big as it was, then you wouldn't say Arsenal are as bad as they are. So you got to make a decision. You can't have it both ways. So for me, I was more scared. It was more of a fear of losing the final because of what that might imply for bottling it, and only 4 or 5 finals or 5 or 6 finals we've won, whatever it is, and for the Champions League final, all of those things. So that it was more of a fear of losing than it was being excited to win, if that makes sense. I don't know. How do you see it? Was it for you a fear of losing more than anything else, or what was your feeling during the game, before the game, whatever?
Just, like, as I said, Leicester are a good team, but we have to win this game. Like, I really wanted to see the trophy picks, like, in front of our fans, and just, that's why I think I'm so sad, because I was just sure that, like, there's no, as I said, Leicester are a good team, but surely there's no way Chelsea, with all our winning tradition, are going to lose, and all our quality as well in our team, individual quality, are going to lose to Leicester after we beat Real Madrid, after we beat Atletico Madrid, after we beat Liverpool in the Premier League, and others.
We also lost to West Brom and Arsenal in it, so it kind of evened itself out, I suppose.
but that's what I'm saying. How does it work? Where's the logic in that? Like, you know what I'm saying? How do you lose a final against Leicester but show more fight against Real Madrid and beat the better team? These guys just don't make sense.
Well, that's because the Champions League semi-final is much bigger to them than an FA Cup final, but
it shouldn't be like that, though.
It shouldn't.
And what they said before game doesn't imply that either, because all the interviews were, FA Cup's biggest trophy. It's got a lot of tradition, English history. We want to win it. Ziyech was saying that. Werner was saying that.
But that's always crap. That's always cap. They always say that. It's never true. Has any FA Cup win ever, will it ever come close to how we think of the Barcelona game? No. An FA Cup final isn't as big as the Champions League semi-final if you win the Champions League final in the end.
I agree, but if these players didn't take this trophy seriously, then they shouldn't be at Chelsea Football Club.
No. But do you think it's a case of them not taking it seriously? Because I don't think that, in a way.
Well, it looked like it today. How else?
I think it's more the pressure that we were favourites. Hence why I wasn't too happy with us being drawn against Man. Because I think we could have beaten a Man City in the cup final today, and we probably would have done okay against Leicester or Southampton in the semis. But I think what has this Chelsea team proved us this season? As soon as we're believed to be the underdogs, we turn up. It was against Atletico, and then Porto. We got through it, but we struggled. Madrid, we annihilated them. We just didn't take a chance, but we annihilated them. Liverpool, the same. Everton maybe not, but still. And then you have all these games, Man City twice. When we're not the favourites, we turn up. Even though the league game against Man City wasn't actually that great, we just turned it around. But that's why, do you know what I mean?
It's a mentality problem, Laurenz. It's a mentality problem. You can't only get fired up for the huge clubs. You have to beat the clubs that you're expected to beat as well. You're at Chelsea. We've got enough quality to do this. So, there's nothing that no one can say to me as a reason why we lost this game. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. My brain doesn't work like that.
Yeah. No, I hear you, bro. I hear you. They weren't ready for a final. Yeah, maybe they weren't. Like I said, it's just tough today. It hurts. It stings.
This is what I'm saying. How can you not be ready when the whole thing last week was, we was focusing on the final during Arsenal game? So how does that work out?
It's not that. They were ready for the final. They just bottled it on the day because they're weak-minded mentality players. And they're young. We've got a young squad. This is what I'm saying. It's too young. There's not enough balance in the squad. It's too much individual quality and not enough team. You know what I mean? It just doesn't feel like Chelsea. It just doesn't. Today didn't feel like Chelsea at all. Like, I don't know, man. It just didn't feel like a big day. Today was supposed to be a big day for everybody. It just didn't feel like that at all. And it hasn't felt like that in the past as well.
You know what? I'll tell you one thing. I didn't notice it, but my girlfriend texted it to me before the game. Or Leicester turn up in suits today. Brendan Rodgers was in a suit today.
Yeah, that as well. Why are we?
He was all in tracksuits.
What's that all about? We're not taking it seriously. This is what I'm saying as well. Like what is that? Like, it's just simple things like that you can read into. Like,
just think about it. Thomas Tuchel was stood there with bloody Prince William. My mum, if I was in the shoes of Thomas Tuchel, she would shout at me for the next 10 years straight if I turned up to be in a position where I meet Prince William and I'm stood there in a tracksuit when I could have been in an actual suit. Like, obviously it shouldn't be about Prince William, I get that, but it's just like, imagine your mum seeing that. You're, I don't know, saying hello to Prince William because obviously you can't shake hands these days. You stood there in a fucking tracksuit with your stupid little cap. Or maybe you didn't have it on at the start. Shambles. And I'm not going to say here that's why we lost the game, right? Not at all. But it's just one of these signs that was just felt different. It felt weird. It's just all wrong. It's just all wrong. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're still watching right now, we still have nearly 500 people. Big ups yourselves. First of all, again, if you haven't already, please be sure to subscribe. That'd be absolutely fantastic. We just hit 10,000 subscribers again. Massively appreciate that. But we don't stop here. So if you haven't already, please be sure to subscribe. Smash the like button. If you want to, put a couple of, I don't know, messages in that you really want me to discuss or whatever, use super chat function. All the wives were at Wembley today. Well, the lads aren't getting any tonight, I hope. I hope that. I do soon on I will do host of the phone-in show. Can't lie, not exactly excited, but the grind's the grind, ladies and gentlemen. You have anything else to add, Pies, or anything you can force yourself to think positively out of Tuesday or something?
No, unfortunately not. I don't even care about Tuesday, to be honest with you. I'm just looking to the Champions League final, and I want revenge. I want a different attitude. I want a different Chelsea. I don't care about the Premier League anymore, to be honest with you.
Oh, I do. If we don't get top 4 and we lose the Champions League final, we're in serious trouble. Like, we'll be Tottenham levels of bottle jobs. We have to make sure we get top 4, so we have something to fall back on.
Leicester, we are already.
Now, it doesn't matter. Like, it does matter, but no one will think about that come the start of the next season. Then it will be: are we in the Champions League or are we not? And if we lose the final, we need top 4 to fall back on. We need it. And with the squad of 2012, I would say maybe there is almost extra motivation, but that's not how this squad works. So, no. For me, I mean, hey, everyone's entitled to their opinion. If you think that, you think that. I just disagree, but I don't even know anymore. How on earth? I mean, to be honest, Tuesday is super difficult for the players. Like, obviously, revenge. But I'll struggle to get myself hyped up for Tuesday. I'll tell you that much.
That's what I'm saying. I don't care. I couldn't give two craps about it. Like, I don't care. I don't care at all.
Yeah, I hear that. It's tough. It's tough. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to play the One Football clip one more time. Download the One Football app if you haven't already with the link down below. That'd be massively appreciated. And if you have it, don't tell anyone. But if you have already, delete it, download it again with that link. That'd be sick. I want to say a massive thank you to One Football for partnering up with me and sponsoring my channel. Like the name suggests, it's a football app. And trust me, it's one of the best ones out there. You get all the latest football news from pretty much every single team and league all around the world. Team news, live score updates, league tables, fixture lists, everything you could possibly want to know in the world of football, you find it right there. Never want to miss out on any news surrounding Chelsea again? One Football has got you covered. As you can see on screen now, all the news is all there in one place. Whether it's the latest injury news, articles before and after games, or of course, transfer rumors. And with the transfer window actually opening and coming up soon, as well, you'll definitely want to make use of that transfer indicator, which not only tells you about all the rumors out there, it also tells you how likely a certain transfer actually is to happen. Like I said, it's honestly a brilliant app that I can only recommend downloading with the link down in the description below. And downloading the app with my link also really helps out my channel. All it takes is literally a few seconds to click that link down in the description below. Doesn't matter whether you're an iPhone or Android, I download the app right there with that link. So again, go down below into the description and download the OneFootball app with my link right now. This comment by Trivia. Trevor, sorry. Saying suits don't matter. We just lost. It's part of life. Tuchel has achieved more than expected at Chelsea. Suits don't matter. True. We just lost. True. It's part of life. Also true. Doesn't mean it doesn't hurt. But Tuchel has achieved more than can be expected at Chelsea. He has. But sadly, that's how football works. It doesn't matter how good we were if we don't at least get top 4. Because, I mean, we didn't think even that was that even possible when he took over, right? But if he loses the final, we bottle top 4 and we lose the Champions League final, then he's achieved nothing. He's made us a better team and made us a force for next season. But if we don't have Champions League football, you can wipe those dreams of Erling Haaland, Lukaku, any sort of good striker. You can wipe those out. Like, obviously, you can still sign a good striker with a lot of money, but the type of striker that would really be any significant difference, you know, I mean, fantasy PJ do saying suits do matter. Sure, I don't think that's why we lost, but yeah, it's a tough one. It's a tough one. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a tough day, very tough day. I think not just mine, all of our weekends ruined. We're in a position where we're hoping for bloody West Brom or Burnley to take points of Liverpool. That's what we've come to in the last 3 days. I mean, we've had a mare for 3 days. I don't even have enough one race to look forward to take my mind off tomorrow. And then next week, it's all the shambles. My local club, where fans are back allowed for the first time, kickoff time exact same time as Chelsea Villa. Brilliant. I've one race 2 hours before that. I'm like, are you all taking a Michael? I know you people don't care, but I'm like, I can go to a football game. No, I can't because I have to watch Chelsea. And not have to because I feel forced, but obviously I want to do that more. But, oh my God. Ladies and gentlemen, I do appreciate every single one of you that has tuned in today. We had a lot of people today. Appreciate them. And I know you only tuned in because it was a tough day. And some of you might have been currently live in Leicester. Bro, I feel for you. I feel for you a lot. We hit 10,000 subscribers. That's a positive for me today. I won't lie to you. That makes me happy. I've been grinding for that for a long time now. It's brilliant. Again, Pies, I appreciate you for always coming on these. It's been a big help. And of course, today I know, I know it for myself. It's tough to, provide this type of content for people on a day like today. Like we would have all much rather just gone to sleep, drank some booze, done whatever else we did, or just tried to take our minds off it, but definitely not talk about it for an hour and a half, that's for sure. I've got another hour coming. We'll be doing that. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for watching. Again, if you haven't already, please be sure to subscribe. We're not stopping at 10K. Let's get to 15K, 20K, eventually maybe 100K. Who knows what's possible. So get subscribed if you haven't already. Smash the like button if you want to cheer us up. Again, Pies, thank you very much. I'm not sure if you want to add anything. If you do, just talk over me and I'll let you speak. Yeah. Thank you guys for watching. Up the Chelsea, as I always say. Upwards and onwards. I have to clutch at straws. I have to try to look at positives because sadly the love for a football club doesn't just stop. As much as today has been painful, it doesn't stop. So I'll be here again on Tuesday. I'll be here again next Sunday. Well, if we don't win on Tuesday, let's see about Sunday, right? And we'll definitely be here on May 29th. Whether they'll be in Porto or whether they will be here, we'll all turn up and we'll hope and pray. And no matter how negative we are, we'll hope and pray again. And we'll just hope that May 29th makes today one of the most irrelevant days in the history of our club. Because if we win on May 29th, I know Pi said yesterday, it doesn't matter even if we win or lose today for the Champions League final. Not really. the hype, the happiness, the excitement that we will feel on May 29th if we win. We won't even remember that an FA Cup final ever happened this season. So let's try to clutch at those draws. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for watching. Up the Chelsea, upwards and onwards. And I'll see you next time.